Hey, good morning, world, and thank you for tuning in to Uniquely Different from the Rest. I am your host, the bucket full of energy, and of course, I'm here to bring y'all some motivation. Capiche? Capiche? Tough, if this is your first time here, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I just want to let you know that I am using motivational cards only, all right? Motivational cards only. I got a deck of motivational I have a deck that has a motivational message and a deck that has a motivational word. All right, so we're going to get a message for the day to get you on your way and keep you in positive, high vibrating spirits. All right, without further ado, let's hop into it. I hope your Wednesday is going good so far. All right, sun is shining here, which is always a good sign. You know, even when it's not, still a good sign. Just made me work a little harder. All right, let's hop right into it. All right, so your word for the day is pivot. All right. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? All right. So, with this being the main energy of the motivational message overall, I feel like the biggest message is to pivot. All right. Sometimes you got to take a step back. I say it all the time, but sometimes when you're faced with certain things, you have to take a step back because it's like you're in the middle of it and you don't see, when you're in the middle of something, sometimes you don't see the moves that people see looking in. All right. I'm going to compare it to a basketball game again. All right. If you're that player and you're in the middle of a play and you're pivoting, right? You're standing with your one foot planted firmly into the ground and your other foot is moving around the world, right? You're looking for that other open player. All right. So let's say there's 3 open players, but in your vicinity, you only see 1 open player. Somebody that's watching from the stands above could clearly see that there's 3 open players and they're mad at you because you passed it to the one that was open, but not open. You get what I mean? So it's like looking at your life from a different perspective is always a great thing because you're going to see things differently. So sometimes you do have to take a step back. Sometimes you do have to pivot. You know, sometimes you do have to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would bring you some type of goodness, you know, and not even just goodness. It could be, like I said, good ideas. You know, when you pivot, your life definitely begins to flow a lot easier. All right. I'm not saying pivoting is just going to be the answer to everything. No. But when you do pivot, sometimes it just gives you time to be able to recollect your thoughts, reconnect, and keep it pushing. All right. It's like you got to get back on track. But sometimes, you know, you got to pivot to do that. All right. So you had the word keep going, or shall I say the card keep going on the bottom of the deck. All right. So I feel like just these two is saying that you have started in the right direction, but you just got to keep it up. All right. So whatever you're doing it right. All right. And you're being motivated to keep going. All right. Your message for keep going is it may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress toward your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. All right. So not only are you pivoting yourself out of situations, you're also being reminded to keep going. All right. And let's say you haven't yet got on the field. Let's say you've been riding, not the field, the court. Let's say you've been riding the bench all season. All right. And the coach says, you get in the game. You're going to be more than excited, you know, but you're going to be ready because you sat on that sideline and you've seen what needs to be done. Right. Right. So if the coach comes to you and says, hey, you get in the game, what are you going to say? I'm not ready. No, you're going to be like, I'm in there. You know what I mean? So that's the type of energy you got to have about yourself and your life. You know, sometimes you got to take a step back so you can see things from a different angle. All right. And never giving up on yourself is a whole nother story. All right. We fight hard. We work even harder. But the one good thing is, what Wiz Khalifa say? Work hard or play hard. All right. And that's the type of energy and momentum you got to have. You know, if you want to play hard, you got to put the same amount of work in. All right. You can't play and not work. Right? You're gonna say it better, but you know. All right. So get that work in. All right. Keep going. Whatever you're doing, keep going. You may have been right now where you feel like giving up. You know what? I just can't take it anymore. I'm just over it. No, that ain't the answer. All right. Take a step back, pivot, and look at every situation for what it is. All right. How can you Elevate yourself in a situation. If it's a person, does this person help you? Does this person hurt you? You know, if it's a situation, is it helping you? Is it benefiting you, or is it pushing you backwards? That's what I mean when I say take a step back. You got to take a step back and ask yourself those interview questions. It's almost like you're interviewing yourself, but sometimes you got to do that. Why would you be the best fit for this job? Or, you know what I mean? Like, you have to ask yourself those questions, and you have to answer those questions too. All right. All right. So we got pivot and we got to keep going. So you got to pivot and you got to keep going. All right. Don't make one move and then stop. And then another move and then stop. And then another move and stop. No, we're going to keep moving. And when we stop, we taking mini rest breaks in between. All right. All right. So let's keep things moving and let's get your motivational message for the day. We already know you got to focus on your pivoting. We already know you got to stay focused, stay positive, and keep going. So your message for the day is, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and re-evaluate. You are doing enough even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Period. That's it right there. All right. So it's telling you to keep going, but it's telling you at the same time, don't push yourself so hard. All right. Like I said, you got to take those breaks in between. You got to take a step back. That step back could be your break for you to breathe, for you to reevaluate, for you to understand that you're doing what you got to do. Right. I mean, you don't want to wear yourself out in the process, because if you wear yourself out in the process, then, you're not going to have the energy when you really need it. All right. And we ain't here to waste time. We're here to enjoy our time. Right. Right. So don't push yourself so hard. All right. Stop, breathe, reevaluate, and understand that you're doing enough. And if you don't feel like you're doing enough, then try to compile some type of plan so that you can be doing enough. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and end out your motivational message here with your motivational quote. Y'all know I love these quotes. You just really never know. I just feel like every time the quotes come out, they actually pretty much sum up the entire reading here, which I think is a plus, because we already know, life is life for most of us. All right. So we're already trying to figure out a way to keep going, to pivot, how to do this, how to do that, but I feel like overall it's just telling you to take it a step at a time. All right. Don't rush anything. What's meant to be is going to be. All right. All right. So your motivational quote for the day is, the most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. All right. And this was written by G.K. Chesterton. The most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. And that is true. I look at miracles as miracles, but I also look at miracles as the rewards that you reap for doing what you got to do, for getting the job done. All right. And that is the most incredible thing about miracles. If you look at a miracle in that sense, then you'll look at it as, I am getting miracles because I am getting the job done, And it's like, many people don't look at miracles because a lot of people don't really want to put the work in. And we're not here not to put the work in. All right. We working hard and we playing harder. Capiche? Capiche. All right. That's your motivational message for today. If you are feeling the vibes, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always be notified of those future episodes. Also, be sure to tune back in here with me tomorrow morning to get another motivational message. I also did create a YouTube channel, so be sure to follow me on YouTube at Uniquely Different from the Rest if you're interested in more of a full reading, which I'll be getting those out as well, or just a video version of this audio session. All right. But either way, be sure to have a great day. Keep going. Make sure you're pivoting yourself in the correct position at the right times, and don't push yourself so hard. All right. Take a breath, breathe, reprioritize, and keep it going. Capiche? Capiche. Be sure to have a great day, and I will be sure to motivate you later.